Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Bill Simmons predicts major off-season move for Austin Reeves that could make the Mavericks look even worse. NBA analyst Bill Simmons is convinced that the Los Angeles Lakers are about to make a pivotal decision regarding Austin Reeves, and it's one that could leave the Dallas Mavericks with some serious regret. After a strong regular season that saw them secure the third seed in a crowded Western Conference, the Lakers' playoff run came to a disappointing end with a first-round exit at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves. While there were multiple factors behind the early elimination, one key issue was the underwhelming performance of Austin Reeves. Despite coming off the best regular season of his career, averaging 20.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists per game, Reeves struggled to deliver when it mattered most. His playoff numbers dropped to 16.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 3.6 assists, with shooting percentages of just 41% from the field and 32% from beyond the arc. He also posted a -7.4 plus-minus rating against Minnesota. Now, with his future in Los Angeles uncertain, Bill Simmons believes a trade is inevitable. When Reeves gets traded this summer, and he will get traded, whatever the Lakers get in return will make the Mavericks look even worse for not landing him in a deal, Simmons stated. Simmons' comment appears to be a direct jab at Dallas, particularly in the context of their earlier blockbuster trade for Luka Doncic. According to the veteran commentator, the Lakers could end up receiving more value for Reeves than what Dallas got in return for Doncic, a bold claim, but one that highlights how much stock Simmons puts in Reeves' potential market value. With Reeves' playoff dip, his current contract, and the Lakers' ongoing pursuit of building a title-ready roster around LeBron James and Doncic, moving Reeves could be the front office's next big play. And if Simmons is right, the fallout could leave the Mavericks wondering what might have been. Reeves' potential trade is already stirring conversations across the league, not just because of what it means for the Lakers, but because of how it could reshape the dynamics between Western Conference contenders. The Mavericks, who reportedly had interest in Reeves before he re-signed with the Lakers, are now facing criticism for failing to be more aggressive in their pursuit. If Dallas had made a serious move last summer, they could have had him next to Luka, one Western Conference scout commented anonymously. Now, if the Lakers flip him for draft capital or a key rotation player, it'll make the Mavericks front office look like they missed a golden opportunity. From the Lakers' perspective, trading Reeves isn't necessarily about losing faith in the 26-year-old guard. It's about maximizing value in a win-now window. With LeBron James approaching 41 and the recently acquired Luka Doncic under pressure to bring a title to LA, every roster move is being scrutinized through the lens of championship contention. According to league insiders, multiple teams are monitoring the situation closely. The Orlando Magic, Brooklyn Nets, and even the Miami Heat have reportedly expressed interest in acquiring Reeves if he becomes available. His skill set, scoring versatility, secondary playmaking, and high basketball IQ makes him an attractive asset for any team looking to bolster its backcourt. Meanwhile, fans in LA are split. Some believe the Lakers should stay loyal to a homegrown talent who rose from undrafted rookie to playoff starter. Others see this as the perfect time to cash in on his value before another postseason disappointment further diminishes his stock. Social media has been buzzing ever since Simmons' comments aired. Hashtags like #FreeReeves and #LakersTradeWatch have started trending on X, formerly Twitter, as debates rage about what a fair return package would look like. Would the Lakers target veteran depth? A promising young forward? Or more picks to reload for the future? For Reeves himself, the situation is likely bittersweet. After finally establishing himself as a legitimate NBA starter and fan favorite, he may now find himself at the center of trade talks he can't control. Still, if Simmons is right, and the Lakers do land a bigger return than what Dallas got for Doncic, it won't just be a big move for LA. It could go down as one of the off-season's most consequential deals and a stinging indictment of the Mavericks front office for letting Reeves slip through their fingers. And with the NBA off-season always full of surprises, one thing is certain: wherever Austin Reeves ends up next, all eyes will be watching. Shannon Sharpe brings up Magic and Kobe while weighing in on LeBron James' future with the Lakers. I remember. Shannon Sharpe has made a heartfelt, and confident prediction about LeBron James' future with the Los Angeles Lakers. And if history is any indication, he's probably right. Following a disappointing first-round playoff exit, the Lakers are staring down a pivotal off-season. The franchise is looking to retool the roster around LeBron James, with their eyes firmly set on securing Luka Doncic's long-term future. According to reports, Doncic is expected to sign a short-term extension this summer, one that could set him up for a massive payday in the near future. Meanwhile, Austin Reeves is facing a critical $89.2 million decision regarding his future in LA, and rumors are swirling that the Lakers may explore trading him to avoid losing him for nothing. But the big question everyone keeps asking, what about LeBron? While James has remained quiet about his next move, Shannon Sharpe doesn't believe there's much to worry about. In fact, he sees LeBron finishing his storied career exactly where he is. Speaking on Nightcap, Sharpe laid it out plainly, I don't see him leaving. He loves LA. He loves the Lakers. What would he even be going back to do? Play with Luka somewhere else? I don't buy it. Sharpe pointed to Lakers legends who made LA their permanent basketball home. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, all stayed. Shaq is the only big name I can remember who came here and then left, Sharpe said. But Kareem didn't leave. Wilt didn't leave. Magic didn't leave. Kobe sure didn't leave. And I don't think LeBron will either. He added with a smile, you know how it is, he loves the sunshine, the lifestyle. He's not trying to wear a winter coat ever again. The Lakers must maximize the final chapter of LeBron's greatness. LeBron James may still be playing at an elite level even at 40, but there's no denying that time is ticking. After years of carrying the load, his game is starting to show signs of wear, and the Lakers know it. That's why this summer is so crucial. They need to capitalize while LeBron is still producing magic on the court. Pairing him with Luka Doncic gives them a once-in-a-generation duo, but it won't mean much if they can't build the right team around them. The blueprint is clear, surround LeBron and Luka with elite shooters, versatile defenders, and physical presence in the paint. The Lakers can't afford to waste another season hoping their stars can do it all by themselves. As LeBron himself has said, we can't do it alone. The pressure's on the front office now. Will they move on from Reeves to free up resources? Can they land the right role players? And most importantly, can they give LeBron James the farewell stretch he deserves? One that ends in contention, not frustration? As the Lakers prepare for a defining offseason, one thing's for sure, the basketball world will be watching every move, waiting to see if the purple and gold can turn legacy into one last title run. The ripple effect, how LeBron's future shapes the Lakers, and the league. LeBron's potential decision to stay, or eventually retire as a Laker, does more than just bring comfort to the front office. It sets the tone for the entire organization and echoes across the NBA. His presence commands respect, leadership, and an expectation of excellence. That's why every move the Lakers make this summer must reflect urgency. Sources close to the organization have hinted that GM Rob Pelinka is under intense internal pressure to deliver a competitive roster. The timeline isn't just about LeBron anymore, it's about leveraging the rare synergy between two generational players, LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Pairing those two isn't just a headline, it's a championship window. NBA insiders like Adrian Wojnarowski and Shams Charania have also weighed in, reporting that the Lakers are exploring high-impact trades and veteran free agents. Names like Buddy Hield, Jeremy Grant, and even a potential reunion with Alex Caruso have surfaced in discussions. The goal? Add shooters, perimeter defenders, and toughness, exactly what was missing in the Timberwolves series. But the LeBron narrative still leads every conversation. Across social media and sports talk shows, speculation is non-stop. Fans are divided, some urging the front office to go all in for one final run, while others fear mortgaging the future for short-term gain. Hashtags like #RunItBack, #LeBron's Last Dance, and #BuildForBron have dominated platforms like X and Instagram. Even former players have entered the discussion. Kendrick Perkins recently stated on ESPN, the Lakers owe it to LeBron to give him one more real shot. You don't waste a player like that. Not at 40, not when he's still putting up 25 a night. And it's not just about performance, it's about legacy. If LeBron ends his career as a Laker, he joins the pantheon of greats who wore purple and gold for life. That matters, to him, to fans, and to the history of the game. The clock is ticking. While LeBron hasn't announced any decisions yet, insiders believe a clear direction will emerge shortly after the NBA draft and free agency kickoff in July. His silence, some say, is strategic, putting pressure on the Lakers to prove they're serious about winning now. Until then, the franchise is balancing between the future and the present. What they choose will shape more than just next season. It could define how LeBron James' legendary career is remembered. And if Shannon Sharpe is right, the final chapters will be written under the Hollywood lights, where basketball icons come to make history, and stay until the very end. What the Lakers' trade package for Giannis Antetokounmpo could look like, and how it stacks up against the Mavericks. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks could be on a collision course for the biggest blockbuster of the 2025 NBA offseason. And it all centers around one name, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Lakers have already taken a massive step toward their post-LeBron future by pulling off a bold trade for Luka Doncic earlier this year. While LeBron James is expected to stick around for at least one more season, and likely retire as a Laker, the front office appears ready to shift the foundation of the franchise toward Doncic's timeline, not James. Meanwhile, on the other side of that stunning Doncic deal, the Mavericks have quietly opened their own title window, odd as that may sound, around Anthony Davis, a recovering Kyrie Irving, and a surprisingly deep supporting cast that includes Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, P.J. Washington, Derek Lively II, and Najee Marshall. Then came the shocker. The Mavericks won the NBA draft lottery. With the rights to potential generational talent Cooper Flag now in hand, Dallas suddenly finds itself in position to land another superstar, perhaps even Giannis himself. One pick could be the ultimate bargaining chip. The Lakers' position. Can they compete with Dallas for Giannis? If Giannis truly becomes available, the Lakers will have no choice but to consider a high-stakes move. Despite his emergence as a reliable third option behind Luka and LeBron, Austin Reeves could be the centerpiece of a blockbuster deal. The Lakers remain in dire need of size, interior defense, and rebounding. And if landing Giannis means parting ways with Reeves, that might be a price worth paying. NBA analyst Bill Simmons recently commented, "When Reeves gets traded this summer, and he will, the return the Lakers get for him will make the Mavericks look even worse for not trying to acquire him in the Doncic deal." That's a bold take, but not an unfounded one. Dallas didn't push hard for Reeves during their trade negotiations with the Lakers, and now LA may use him as a key asset to land the one player who could tilt the balance of power in the West. Could the Lakers actually trade for Giannis? It's a long shot, but not impossible. ESPN's Brian Windhorst recently said on Get Up, could the Lakers make an offer for Giannis? Absolutely. Could Giannis say, "I only want to go to LA"? Yes. That would dramatically change the landscape. No, the Lakers wouldn't have a top 5 offer. Teams like the Spurs, Rockets, or Nets could outbid them. But Giannis has the power to influence his destination, and that could matter a lot. To make a deal work, the Lakers would likely need to surrender Reeves, Rui Hachimura, several young assets, and multiple future first-round picks. It would strip them of their future flexibility, but when you have the chance to pair Giannis with Luka Doncic, that future becomes the present. Simulated trade scenario, Lakers go all in. Lakers receive Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks receive Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Shake Milton, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dalton Connect. First-round pick swaps, 2026, 2028, 2030. Unprotected first-round pick, 2031. Second-round pick, 2025. On paper, this might not be the best return Milwaukee could get, but if Giannis forces the issue, it could be one of the more balanced superstar trades in recent memory. It gives the Bucks a young foundation and plenty of draft capital to retool quickly. What about Dallas? The Mavericks, with Cooper Flag in hand, could pivot quickly. Just a few months ago, the idea of trading for Giannis would have sounded absurd. Now, it's plausible. Simulated trade scenario, Mavericks make their move. Mavericks receive Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks receive Kyrie Irving, Daniel Gafford. 2025 no. 1 overall pick. The loss of Irving would sting, but the Bucks would walk away with a potential franchise centerpiece in Flag and a starting caliber big in Gafford. Meanwhile, Dallas would field a terrifying defensive frontcourt of Davis and Giannis, flanked by elite shooters like Klay Thompson and Max Christie. The verdict. Both the Lakers and the Mavericks can make a compelling pitch. The Lakers offer legacy, market power, and the allure of Hollywood. The Mavericks offer flexibility, a championship-ready core, and a generational rookie pick in Flag. As the offseason heats up, one thing is clear: if Giannis decides he wants out, and if he makes it known where he wants to go, teams like LA and Dallas will be ready to pounce. And whichever team lands him won't just be adding a superstar, they'll be reshaping the league. League-wide shockwaves: how a Giannis deal could reshape the NBA landscape. If Giannis Antetokounmpo is truly available this summer, and either the Lakers or Mavericks manage to land him, the ripple effect across the league would be seismic. For starters, the Western Conference power balance would shift overnight. Imagine a Lakers lineup featuring Luka Doncic and Giannis, or a Mavericks team pairing Giannis with Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson. In both cases, you'd be looking at arguably the most defensively dominant frontcourt in the NBA, backed by elite playmakers and shooters. Analysts across the NBA media landscape are already buzzing. On NBA Today, Malika Andrews described a potential Giannis to LA trade as a franchise-altering gamble that would instantly make the Lakers title favorites, if they can pull it off. Kendrick Perkins called the idea of Giannis joining Dallas the most terrifying scenario in the league. Social media exploded with trade rumors and fan speculation as the news picked up traction. Fans flooded platforms with mock trade graphics, jersey swaps, and bold predictions. Hashtags like #Giannis to LA, #Greek Freak in Dallas, and #NBA offseason chaos quickly trended across X and TikTok. Popular fan pages racked up millions of views debating the best landing spot and whether Giannis might force Milwaukee's hand the same way Damian Lillard did last summer. What do the Bucks want, and will Giannis push the issue? At the heart of all this is the uncertainty surrounding Giannis himself. Despite expressing loyalty to the Bucks over the years, he has also made it clear that his priority is winning. If Milwaukee can't convincingly rebuild or retool around him quickly, especially after another early playoff exit, he may look elsewhere. According to ESPN's Tim McMahon, sources close to Giannis have said he's not interested in wasting his prime in a soft rebuild. That sentiment, combined with Milwaukee's aging roster and limited cap flexibility, makes trade chatter increasingly plausible. Milwaukee's front office, led by GM John Horst, is facing a no-win situation. Trade Giannis now and the fanbase erupts. Keep him and risk losing him for nothing, or worse, in a rushed player-forcing-his-way-out scenario. That's why insiders suggest, if the Bucks do move him, they'll prioritize sending him somewhere he actually wants to be. That could give leverage to teams like the Lakers or Mavericks, even if their offers aren't the most stacked with picks or young talent. Other contenders enter the chat. Of course, the Lakers and Mavs won't be the only ones calling Milwaukee. Several teams, particularly the Spurs, Rockets, Knicks, and Nets, have the combination of draft picks, cap space, and young stars to make aggressive offers. The San Antonio Spurs, for example, could pair Giannis with Victor Wembanyama and create the most dominant frontcourt in a generation. The Houston Rockets have a war chest of assets from a Harden trade and could entice the Bucks with a blend of picks and prospects like Jalen Green or Alperen Sengun. The Brooklyn Nets own several unprotected picks from Phoenix and Dallas and could construct a win-now deal. But what the Lakers and Mavericks offer is star power, structure, and immediate title contention, a rare trifecta that might just sway Giannis' thinking, even if the packages aren't the most asset-rich. Final thoughts: a summer that could define a decade. This isn't just a superstar trade in the making, it's a potential NBA shift that could redefine championship windows and legacy arcs. If the Lakers land Giannis, they could send off LeBron James in his final years with another title run and establish Doncic and Giannis as the next great duo in franchise history. If the Mavericks get him, they can transition from the Luka era to a Luka-Giannis dynasty, and potentially dominate the West for years. For now, all eyes are on Milwaukee. Giannis hasn't made a public statement, but in a league driven by whispers and leverage, it might only take one well-timed conversation to change everything. And when it does, the rest of the NBA will be scrambling to catch up.